just spotted the Kukumbi pack. They're in a dire situation. Yesterday, they lost 2 more pups. And now they're doing something I've never seen them do before.
So the pups have gone down a hole here. Very strange, there's a whole lot of dust. It's like one of the adults has been excavating, but I don't know why they'd be doing that.
There are only 3 adults to defend the pups, and they've already lost half their litter. This could be an act of desperation.
They've finished denning now, the pack is mobile. Maybe the stress of losing these pups is causing them to try and re-den or something.
The Kukumbi pack is on the brink. I'm Jules Bradford. I'm a wildlife filmmaker and I love African wild dogs.
This is epic.
Last year, I got to know some special dogs here in Zambia's South Loangwa National Park. Now I'm back to see how they're doing.
Mate, I missed you.
It's the end of the denning season. The packs have brand new pups. And the pups I met last time are yearlings. They have to step up and protect the family. No easy task when their arch enemies, lions, are piling on the pressure.
My goodness.
I'm going to be following the fortunes of 2 very different packs. The mighty Manzi and the fearless Kukumbi dogs as they face their toughest challenges head on. The tiny Kukumbi pack is fighting for survival. It looks like Mum Amai and the 2 adult males are creating a new den to keep their remaining pups safe.
It's a very unusual behaviour, this. The female here digging, and it does look very much like they are trying to den. And I think having a couple of very challenging days with the pack first becoming mobile, it's not surprising that they want to go back to that feeling of security.
A wild dog pack normally only dens when the pups are first born.
This pack has lost 2 puppies in just 3 days. And they lost a puppy about a week before that as well, while they were at the den, probably to a leopard. So they are really battling. Really battling. And I just hope they can keep these last 3 alive.
The odds have always been against the Kukumbi pack, despite their ferocious spirit.
And it feels really unfair, despite everything that these adults are doing. All the energy that they've put into every hunt, every chase, every fight with hyenas, every alarm call at lions, they would still lose pups. They don't have enough dogs. They don't have enough adults to really be a successful pack.
But their story isn't over. If Amai and these 2 males can hold on to the rest of their pups, they could yet be a successful pack.
Now that there's a few less mouths to feed and a few less puppies to have to watch out for, unfortunately, it does probably make it a little bit easier for these adults to raise these last 3 pups. And if they were able to do that, it would just completely and utterly change the odds for them for next season. Even just 1 or 2 extra helpers to defend, to feed, to stay and babysit while the adults are off hunting would make the world of difference for this pack. So I'm hopeful that they'll take the time now with this, what looks like a temporary den, to be able to recuperate, gather their strength for a final push to try and bring these last pups up and set themselves up for a really good year next year.
This is probably the last time I'll see the Kukumbi pack this season. I'm keeping everything crossed for them.
The pack's looking very relaxed, which is great. Puppies are all in the shade, the adults are resting, so we'll leave them to it.
My time in South Loangwa is coming to an end, but I want to catch up with the other dog pack I've been following before I go. The mighty Manzi have been hounded by lions the entire time I've been here.
We just stopped for a bathroom break, actually, and heard a lion roaring. So just gonna have a look around the corner here and see if we can't figure out who it is. Look at the cubs.
I recognize these guys. These cubs are from Chinzombo, one of 8 prides in Manzi territory who've been pushing them further and further south. That must have been their mother we heard earlier. She's probably very close.
Cubs are so healthy.
They're so healthy. Cubs are calling for mum. A lioness with cubs is just about as dangerous as it gets for people or wild dogs or anything. They are fierce when it comes to defending their cubs, and they'll give their life if they have to.
This doesn't bode well for me finding the Manzi today. Wild dogs have to live alongside lions because they hunt much of the same prey, but they avoid their nemesis at all costs. These lions have been busy. A giraffe carcass. They've had their fill and have left the carcass up for grabs.
Scavengers like hyenas and vultures are responsible for cleaning up what's left after other carnivores like wild dogs, leopards, and lion have finished and got their fill. And if they didn't, then a lot of the meat would just rot and go to the flies. So they're actually helping to clear up the ecosystem here. Unlike wild dogs, though, hyenas will scavenge. That's not because wild dogs wouldn't enjoy the free feed, but because it's way too risky for them to come to a carcass like this. Lions are probably just a few hundred meters away, and so if they were to stay around this area and scavenge, then there's a good chance that the lions would turn up, and that could be absolutely deadly for the dogs.
I can't resist a small detour to the hyena's den. Simon already knows where it is, so we're going to see if anyone's home. Like most hyena dens, this one's an underground burrow. If you think lion cubs are cute, then you're in for a treat. The den entrance is hidden under the tree line, but I have a plan.
I've brought with me a remote camera, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix it to the bottom of the vehicle, and that's going to allow me to have a really low camera, and the low camera is going to help me see underneath the bushes. I've got this little monitor recorder, and that allows me to see the picture from that camera, and then I've got this handy-dandy little remote control, and that'll allow me to maneuver it.
Now to get into position and keep as quiet as possible.
If we sit here for long enough, hopefully they'll come out and be just interested in what's going on. Oh, yes. Look at these little cubs. These 2 cubs are very, very cute.
Hyena cubs are pretty advanced when they're born. Their eyes are open, and they have a full set of teeth.
That's the reason why the hyenas have been staying in this area. They've got this den right here. It's possible they've got another den nearby as well.
A mother hyena often has her cubs alone in a small den. She takes them to the communal den once they're older.
These cubs are probably, 3 months old. They're losing the black that they get when they're very, very, very small. All the animals out here are all battling for survival, all battling to raise their own young. And that's what makes them such fierce competitors. They've all got this drive to survive.
My search for the Manzi has drawn a blank today. Wild dogs have had to adapt to living under the radar and between the cracks. This season has proven to me just what a fugitive species they really are. As the dry season progresses, the level of the Loangwa River is dropping. The pontoon which has been ferrying us into the national park is no longer in action, which means Roxanne is going to get wet.
The river is getting very, very low, so much so that we should be able to cross. It's always a bit nervous the first time because you don't know how deep the water is. Woo. Mate, this looks deep. Let's go. Woo. What we don't want to do here is stall because then the water goes into the engine, so you've got to keep your speed up a little bit. Make sure your revs stay high enough.
Another reason not to stall. The Loangwa is full of crocs and hippos.
It's not coming in yet. This will be the deepest part, where this hippo is. Come on, girl. Look at those hippos. Holy moly. Eye level with the hippos. Okay, this is deep. This is really deep. Revs up, that's good. Nearly there. Oh, hit bottom there. We'll have to make a bit more of a road there for ourselves with the spade.
You have to be equipped when you're driving in the bush.
All right. Too easy. Whew. Made it across.
Wild dogs can roam over huge distances and have been known to travel up to 50 kilometres a day. The latest intel we have on the Manzi pack is that they're still heading south. We've hardly made any headway when we're brought to a standstill.
So we've got a bit of a roadblock here. Herd of probably 200 odd, 300 odd buffalo. They're just making their way away from the river, feeding out there somewhere. The Kiwi equivalent is sheep on the road, but these guys are a lot more dangerous.
Buffalo are considered one of the deadliest animals in Africa.
There's one thing that most people who spend a lot of time on foot in the bush fear. It's walking straight into buffalo.
They may look like harmless cows, but they can be defensive and quick to anger.
You'd think that this number of individuals would make quite a bit of noise, but if you listen, there's almost no sound at all. Buffalo are a lion attractant. Large prides will sometimes follow herds of buffalo. It's a very reliable food source. And when they've got young calves, which this herd does have quite a few, they are particularly vulnerable. Well, looks like we've got a little bit of a gap, so I think we'll take it before any others come through.
Hanging out in large herds can protect buffalo from predators. But not always.
Lions. Oh, there's a male there. So this must be that Chinzombo pride.
It was the 3 Chinzombo cubs we saw playing on the log. I've barely been here 5 minutes when things start to get interesting.
We've got some buffalo that just arrived.
And the lions have clocked them.
a go at them. The buck just shook them off like it was nothing. Got buffalo chasing the lions now. So they've missed their chance. Throw it all back together again. Oh, they've already got a buffalo. So they've already killed one buffalo, probably last night, and now they just had another go at another one. Man, this is a pride that's a force to be reckoned with. You can just imagine what it would be like if the wild dogs, say, came down here for a drink. Lions are one of the main limiters to wild dog numbers.
There are the cubs I saw the other day, but there's only 2. It's unlikely the mother would leave one cub alone, so I suspect, sadly, that the 3rd cub has died.
There are a lot of threats out here, and it's not just the dogs that lose pups. Lions also tend to lose their cubs. The mortality rate for lion cubs is high, and not very many make it to adulthood. The lions are the villain of our story, I guess, in a way. But I don't want to paint any of these animals out to being the bad guy. Lions are also just doing their best to look after their young. I hope for now they'll sit here and munch on whatever buffalo they've got and leave the Manzi to just look after themselves. But as we've seen today, you never know when lions are going to strike.
This year, the pressure from lions has pushed the Manzi further and further south. We're now 35 kilometers from our camp. I've never been this far south before. It's going to be even harder to find the dogs in unfamiliar terrain.
Look for tracks, look for signs of puku being relaxed, which means the dogs haven't passed through. And keep your eyes absolutely peeled for a little flash of those white tails moving through the bush. Something here, there we go. Some running. Impala running across us in front, that's a good sign. The beat to our left because the Impala were running away from the dogs. Sorry, Roxanne. Dogs, yes! We got it, buddy. Oh, look at that.
But the Manzi aren't hunting. They've just cornered a leopard in a tree.
So we've got the dogs. It looks like they've stolen the kill from a leopard. Here's the leopard, not looking very happy at all.
Mum Weka has no intention of letting it escape. Dogs see leopards as a threat. It's not unusual for packs to chase them up trees. I saw Kakumbi do the same just a few days ago.
Oh, we've got elephants turning up, chasing dogs as well now. These elephants are so pissed off about the dogs. The reason why they're so upset is because they've got a young elephant with them.
Wild dogs often like to tease elephants. To them, it's a bit of a game. But elephant mothers don't like being messed with.
We actually have to be a bit careful here. These elephants are really mad. It does not pay to play with angry elephants. If we're surrounded by dogs or the dogs come behind us, then they could charge.
These dogs are staying put.
The dogs don't seem overly concerned by the ellies. They know that they can get away if they have to. Yeah, these ellies are mad. They're going to charge again. Definitely going to charge again, throwing dust, looking very angry. The only dogs that are really in danger from these elephants are the pups. If they didn't get out the way in time, they could easily get trampled. That being said, dogs are exceptionally good at getting out the way. Dogs have kind of gone back to playing.
The elephants are still stressed out.
You can see them doing this defensive formation with their tusks all out, putting the pointy end first.
The leopard's probably in the best place right now.
Now we've got yearlings looking at this leopard, Despite all those elephants giving them a hard time, these dogs are still trying to get... Oh, one's climbed into a tree. Oh my goodness. I've never seen that before. Yeah, a wild dog just climbed into a tree. Unbelievable. The Ellies have moved off, and I have to say I'm actually a bit relieved to see them go. When it's a breeding herd like that and you've got 4 or 5 really big, angry females protecting young, those are elephants you need to watch out for. Well, dogs have all set off to the river, and this leopard has had a stressful morning, so I think I'll leave her to her peace, and we'll see if we can catch up with the dogs.
Each wild dog eats around 2 kilos of meat per day, and this is a big pack. I suspect they'll be on the lookout for more food.
Dog is on something, not sure what it is.
An impala.
Yep, there we go. Okay, here, this side, this side, this side. Come on, come on, come on, guys, come on, guys. Yeah, here it comes, here it comes. Here it comes with the dogs. Come on, dogs. Come on, dogs. Oh, oh, that was close. Can't believe it jumped over that dog. That's just unreal.
And the dogs haven't finished yet.
Go, 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 go! Woo!
Large dog packs often split up when hunting. This group has already made a kill. They can strip a carcass in minutes.
I suspect these are the dogs that made the kill because they're covered in mud. So I think they've chased through a big pool of mud that's probably on the other side here, and that's what's slowing this brooker down enough for them to get it. But now, lots of who calling going on, and they're running back to try and find each other. What an awesome day with the Manzi pack. To come 35 kilometres south and still manage to catch up with them is just really, really awesome. This is probably about as far south as I can follow the Manzi pack. Now they look like they're going to keep going, and that is way too far for us. So this is probably the last time I'll see them. It's been an absolutely extraordinary experience to follow them this season, to see them on the run from lions, just left, right and centre.
And it's been a privilege to watch individuals within the pack grow.
It's been such a joy to see these yearlings, from when they were puppies last time, to being now able to help provision and protect the next generation.
In my mind, Snowy is showing all the hallmarks of being a future alpha male. He's stepped forward whenever the pack has gone hunting, and put his body on the line when a hyena tried to steal their kill. But Snowy and the other yearlings may not stay with the pack forever. Some dogs could try to disperse.
I think next season, this pack could look quite different. Next time I'm back, I could be looking at a pack that's potentially going to have this cohort of yearlings leave to strike out on their own.
Nothing is guaranteed with wild dogs. Theirs is a never-ending story.
Filming wild dogs is one of the great joys of my life. It's just hard to describe how amazing it is to be with a pack like this, to follow them, to learn the characters, to understand their lives. I'm sad to leave them now, but I'm looking forward to following them again. I wish them well.